So today we're gonna do a little different format, and I'm want to discuss a freestyle Great League tournament that I had over the weekend. 3 rounds, and let's get right into it immediately. So first matchup here, we get matched up with my friend Silver Knight 101, and as you can see, he's running Jirachi, Medicham, Wishcash, Charizard, Venusaur, Skarmory. Pretty good coverage, honestly. Lots of good coverage. And then, as you can see with me, Deoxys Defense, Bastiodon, Skarmory, Azumarill, Mew, Venusaur. I have pretty good coverage as well. And what I want to do is just go into the move sets that I used. So here's Defense Deoxys. Pretty standard. Counters the fast move. Rock Slide or Thunderbolt are the other options. It just really depends on what your team has and what kind of Pokemon you think you're going to run into. And then obviously the Psycho Boost, that's going to get stab bonus. Same type attack bonus. Next, I have Bastiodon running Smackdown, Stone Edge, and Flamethrower. Pretty standard. Skarmory, Air Slash, Sky Attack, and Flash Cannon. Azumarill, this is where you'll see differences in play styles. Here I have Bubble, Play Rough, Ice Beam, and then its third move that's just as popular, Hydro Pump. Mew, I got Shadow Claw, ran Surf and Psyshock that has stab, and then Surf is just, so fast. Gets charged up with that Shadow Claw. And then Venusaur, very standard, Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb. So that's how that matchup worked. And just quickly want to get into a diagram here. Let's see if I can get into markup, maybe. I did not prep this. How do I cancel edit? Okay, this is what I want to see. Alright, so this is how I kind of just analyze teams. I look at my opponent's teams and I'll just pick a Pokemon. The most important Pokemon for me probably is Deoxys Defense Form, which knows the counter, Rock Slide, and Psycho Boost. So let's throw in a blue color just for fun here. Deoxys Defense. Hold on one second.
Hey, Buzz, this is our brake test area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll move.
Okay? I need to do a brake test.
Alright. Alright, so give me a second here. Alright. Sorry about that. We are back. I just want to go over matchups real quick. Deoxys has a pretty good matchup against Jirachi, Medicham, Skarmory, and I would even say Charizard and Venusaur. So those are all really good matchups that I can use. So I'm probably gonna run with the Deoxys form. Alright, so let's scoot back. And then with a different color, the second one I always consider in my lineup is, what's gonna pair well with the Deoxys form. The next one I look into is Mew. Mew versus Charizard, favorable. Versus Medicham, favorable. Versus Venusaur, favorable, because it actually knows Psyshock, which does super effective damage to the Venusaur. And then It does okay against Jirachi, and Wishcash not so much, and Skarmory dominates. So those are 3 favorable matchups right there. Next I would probably look into Azumarill. Azumarill takes care of Medicham, should take care of Charizard. This is pretty close with Skarmory neutral, and since it knows Ice Beam, I'm assuming it can take down the Venusaur. Versus Jirachi, it gets close. It all depends on shield baiting and when charge moves go off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not even mark that off. So Azumarill with a good matchup with the majority of his team. So with that said, right, a lot of these ones that I circled had majority favorable matchup. So let's go ahead and exit out of here, and let's just go into a battle. Let's see how we end up doing. Alright, first we're going with Deoxys. Remember, it has counters coming in to the Jirachi, which is steel typing, so it's doing some pretty good damage just on his fast moves. We throw in Rock Slide. It's not effective, but I just use it to try to shield bait. And we go at it. We go at it. And here I'm just trying to force a shield, make him make a decision. So I throw in the Psycho Boost, and my opponent shields. So here I'm gonna go ahead and shield because I know either I can feint it down or throw in another fast or charge move here. So that's how we do that. We take it down through fast moves. Now I'm loaded up with the Rock Slide or Psycho Boost. At this point, it's a guessing game. I just go with the stab, and I get pretty lucky here, clipping the Venusaur, which is weak to Psychic, right? Super effective right there. Huge chunk of damage. Immediate switch, and he does get off 1 Frenzy Plant. I shield, because it's either going to be Frenzy Plant or Sludge Bomb. And here, I could have farmed more, but I just didn't want to risk it, right? So I forced the shield, right? And my opponent thought he could get to the Frenzy Plant before I could feint it. Unfortunately for him, it did not happen. I go in here. Luckily for me, Charizard comes out. My Muno Surf, boom. 1 surf down. Look how fast it comes back to that surf. Boom. 2 surfs before Charizard could even get close to the charge moves. And I'm able to take it out. So that was round 1, match 1. I think that's how we phrase it, right? And let's go to the next video. So this time, I do display my preset team here, and it looks like I'm running Azumarill, Mew, and Deoxys. So Mew, Deoxys, pretty much staple lineups for this particular match, and then I just throw in Azumarill because it also has favorable matchups against most of this team. So let's go into it. Now we got Azumarill versus Wishcash. Really interesting. With double shields up as a lead, I do believe I should be able to win this match at the end. So we know that Mudshot as his fast move, Wishcash, and Mud Bomb as his charge move. Those are just going to be spamming at me really, really fast. So look at that play rough. Good chunk. So much so that the next play rough will be a KO. So this is going to put huge amounts of pressure on my opponent to use the shield if I can get back to a player up. But my opponent, I guess, just waits. I don't know. And I'm able to get the Ice Beam. So I'm in Ice Beam range. I go for it. I end up not shielding here because I know I can survive. I'm still sitting on 2 shields. My opponent has 1. So as you can see, I think my opponent was just saving energy for the last. Decides to go Mud Bomb, forces me to shield because it's real close. I really don't know if I would have survived. My opponent gets back to another Mud Bomb. I'm like, okay, I can't waste 2 shields. And as you can see here, Wish Cash beats my Azumarill. Very interesting. So here, I know the Wish Cash has no energy. I go for the counter moves there. I'm able to charge up to a Rock Slide immediately. My opponent shields or not shields, and does not shield. Well, pretty tanky. I know this is Sky Attack. I know I can tank 1 at least. And then we off to the races to whoever can get the charge move. I go Psycho Boost here because I believe my opponent still has 1 shield. Yep, so I have to shield bait there. Here comes a Sky Attack. And I'm here with the decision. Do I want to go for the charge move? I decide I got to commit. Going for the charge move. 1, 2. And I get to the Rock Slide just in time. And I take it down. And here we're going up against Jirachi. Even though Deoxys would have taken it down, it was already so low in health. So here it's off to the races. It's gonna be Doom Desire here, and ooh, pretty good chunk. Now I know that if I don't get to the next Doom Desire before him, I'm dead. This is done. Fainting. So now it's a race. Here we go. Shadow Claw versus the Jirachi. Oh, Shadow Claw with the win right there. Luckily, just in time to take it out before the next Doom Desire comes. So we end up taking round 1, and match number 2 as well. So that's going to be this first part of the video. There were 3 rounds. I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to break them up into each round so we can give individual attention to each particular round. Alright, this is just to help out and have a thought process and analyzing each opponent's team, your team, and treat each match, each round differently with good thought process. So hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you for part 2, round 2 later. Bye.